Hey true believers, it's me, Big Barry Dudder, with another wild unboxing video. This is a collection that I call the Rocket Comics Collection. And this is from a store, Rocket Comics, that went out of business. Oh, look at this. First appearance of Animal Man. Has a $150 cover sticker on it. So the store went out of business. It was in Menifee, California, which is about an hour and a half from here. Look at this. I got 15, 20 issues of Metal Men. Wow. That's a lot of Metal Men. This is all Metal Men. Everything you see here is Metal Men. And I hate the Metal Men. I find them boring. Stupid and boring, as someone I know used to say. The only thing more boring than Metal Men is Doom Patrol. As you can tell, I am not a DC guy. I find these comics boring. But they're in pretty good condition, and there is a buyer out there for them somewhere. So, I made the 3-hour drive to Menifee. It's an hour and a half each way, so 3 hours round trip. Look at this. I got the issue 2 of Mr. Universe. I didn't even know there was an issue 1. And here's issue 2. Never heard of it. The Spectre Number One. Now, I had to drive out to horse country today. This is in the middle of nowhere, Menifee. It's a far, far away place where they don't even have roads. Literally. I'm driving on a paved road, and all of a sudden a sign comes up and it says, "End of paved road." And after that, it was all dirt, but we've had a very wet winter in Southern California lately, so it was actually all mud. And I do not have an off-road vehicle. Oh, look, first appearance of The Stranger. Key issue, movie, maybe. Look at this. It's Super Duck, the cockeyed wonder. Look how cockeyed he is. Have you ever seen anybody so cockeyed before? Sounds dirty when you say it like that. Now, I did get stuck in the mud. I'd be honest with you. The ground was wet. It was muddy. It's just I'm lucky it wasn't raining today or yesterday, because then I would have been screwed. Oh, look at this one. A nice copy of X-Men number 6 with a $100 cover sticker on it. Nice condition. That's a good looking book right there. That's some good silver. Amazing Spider-Man number 21. Most of the Amazing Spider-Mans are fairly chewed up in this collection. The spines are not great. They all have considerable wear, which is unfortunate because it's really hard to find good Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man these days. But it's mostly superhero books. As you can see, there is a mix of sci-fi and war in here. And this is a couple Disney comics. There's some funny animals in there, but mostly superheroes. And that's the key draw here. So, I actually got lost. They changed the names of the streets in this town, and they never bothered to tell Google Maps or any of the navigational systems. My car got it wrong. My phone got it wrong. I was like getting lost. I had to call the guy for directions. Oh, it's Wonder Woman versus a cheetah, but not the cheetah. Western. Don't know what number that is, but it's a Western comic. Some of the comics are fairly chewed up. They're a little beat up, and that actually worked to my favor, and I'll tell you how. The seller had this box of comics for sale. There's about 200 comics in the box. He put an ad online, and it said he was asking $2,800 for this box. Look at this. Little Al of the Secret Service. Little Al? What the heck is Little Al? Is he a little person? He doesn't look like it. And look at this one. Gabby Hayes. It's Gabby Hayes Western. Yeehaw! He's a cowboy. Old man cowboy. Now, $2,800. That seemed a little high to me. So I sent the seller a lowball offer. But I sent it kind of jokingly. I said, I'd like to start the bidding at $750. I figured, let's get it down lower. And let's just feel him out. See where he wants to go with this. And so he actually wrote back and he said, that seems a little low, but he said, you know, I was thinking 1,000 would be about the lowest I could go on this collection. And I thought 1,000 was very fair. That's 200 comics, $5 a book is $1,000. I thought that was a really fair price. So I said, all right, I'll come on out and check him out. So he sent me the address, and then this morning, I drove out there to check it out. I brought $1,000 with me, but I wasn't planning on spending $1,000, and I'll tell you why. he had posted online a lot of pictures of the comics, and there were about a half a dozen coverless issues. Oh, look at this one. Batman becomes Bat Baby. What? It must be the 1950s. And, oh, there's an early Mandarin cover. It's got a $50, oh, it says third Mandarin, third appearance of the Mandarin. It's a $50 cover sticker on that one. So, I asked the guy, you willing to negotiate? And he said yes, because some of the books were beat up. There was some Richie Rich in there, some Archie. Oh, this is the first appearance of, guess who? Mary Jane Watson. It has a $300 cover sticker on it. As I recall, it's not a very good first appearance. I believe we don't even see her face. She's like hidden behind a potted plant. But it's a nice looking copy of the first appearance of Mary Jane. A little chewed up along the spine, but oh well. At least it's a key issue. It might be my most valuable book today. So the seller said he was willing to negotiate. And in my mind, I was thinking, oh, I would love to pay $800 for this collection, because I figured there's about 20 books that either were not that good condition, or I just Richie Rich, Archie, things that don't sell well for me. So I said, so it's really like 180 comics. It's not really 200 comics as far as I'm concerned. So I was thinking 800 felt about right to me. So I asked the seller, what would you be willing to do for this collection? And he said, I think I could go 800. And so he said 800, and I said, deal. And that was it. We shook hands and we had a deal. That's Creeper number 1. And that works out a lot better for me, because now I'm only paying about $4 a book. And as you know, as you can see, some of these books are worth hundreds of dollars. There's X-Men number 20. Looks pretty good. And that was it. I paid $800 cash for this collection. I estimate the collection to be worth $3,000 to $5,000. And it's going to be fun. I'll be listing every one of these books for sale in my online store over the next few weeks. And it's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a blast selling all these books. Now, you may be wondering, oh, is this the first appearance of the Gladiator? I'm not sure. It might be. I'll have to look that up. I have here the first issue of Elfquest from 1978, and it looks pretty good. And there are more. It's actually the first 9 issues of Elfquest. First prints all, and that's a nice find. Issue number 1 recently sold for $40 on eBay. So that should be a decent set for me. I'll put that up on eBay right away. Here's something else that's going up on eBay. This is a portfolio signed and numbered by Elfquest writer, creator, artist Wendy Pini. It is number 1950 out of 2000, signed and numbered portfolio. And I've had this one before. It always sells well for me. Usually sells for about $50. Here we have a stack of Gold Key comics. It starts with Mighty Samson, a lot of Magnus Robot Fighter. There is all your favorite Gold Key heroes are here, such as, oh, there's some TV adaptations. There was some Lost in Space. I got Korak, son of Tarzan. I got more Magnus, a lot of Magnus. I think there is some, I thought there was some there's Dr. Solar in here, and maybe, oh yeah, there's Dr. Solar, and there is Turok. So there are all your favorite, should I say Valiant Gold Key heroes. Now, you may be wondering, what is the seller going to be doing with the $800 that I gave him? Well, I'll tell you. Now, this is, a lot of people call this the first appearance of the Ox, but the Ox first appeared in 1964 in Amazing Spider-Man number 10. This is, I think this might be the second Ox, so it's the first appearance of the second Ox, because he looks a lot like the first Ox and talks like the first Ox, but I believe this is the second guy to call himself Ox. Well, I'll tell you what he's going to do with the money. He is a musician. He has a single out. He does music in the style of Daft Punk. His single is called Real Human, and you can download that off Spotify and listen to that right now. And the reason he borrowed the money, unless one got chewed up by mice, it's too bad because it's an original EC from the 1950s, issue number 9, but chewed up by mice, so it's probably not worth the $50 cover sticker. Now, he is going to shoot a music video with the $800 that I gave him. He is going to, he has a camera crew, a lighting crew, a sound crew. He's renting a studio, and there will be a music video shot with his band. And the band is called La Chinga which he tells me means the monkey. He said it's a name that came to him in a vision or a dream. This cover is kind of funny to me because look at this. It's the bad guys are throwing snowballs at Snow Batman and Snow Robin, but then the real Batman and Robin come in. Oh, look at that. Mice chewed up the bottom of that one, unfortunately. This comic is from 1947, but it's funny to me because Batman and Robin are like, hey, dudes, don't be throwing snowballs at our snowmen. We're going to kick your asses, dudes. And it's funny to me because what crime are these guys committing? It's not against the law to throw snowballs at snowmen. But apparently Batman and Robin take that kind of thing very seriously. Do not mess with those guys. So that's about it. The music video will be out in a few weeks. They're filming it tomorrow, thanks to my generous donation. I will be listing these books online all month long. Look at that, Batman Year One. Now, I asked the guy, because you don't see an ad like this that often. You don't see Golden and Silver Age books for a reasonable price being offered for sale. So I asked the seller, so what made you decide to sell this box to me? And he said, well, because you were polite in your emails. And I was like, well, so if there is a takeaway here, and I don't know that there is one, but if there is, the moral of the story is be polite. And if you are polite, oh, look at this classic Jack Kirby cover, one of the all-time greats. If you're polite, then people will let you buy things for a reasonable price, and then you can make, hopefully, 5 times your investment. Oh no, look, it's the Doom Patrol. The only thing more boring than Metal Men is the Doom Patrol. As I like to say, I am not a DC guy, so these books are mostly meaningless to me. I like Batman, though. Batman's cool. Look at this. Wonder Woman versus Supergirl. Who will win in that fight? And how much would you pay to see it? Real. And that's about it. This is the rest of the books. Silver and Bronze, Golden Age, Silver Age, Keys, Hawkman number 1. This one has a sticker price of $120 or $200. They weren't sure how to price that one, but I'll be happy with whatever I can get for it. So there you go. That is the Rocket Comics collection. Look for them soon in my online auctions. Check out the song Real Human. Check out the band La Chinga. Download the song. Watch the video when it comes out. Till next time, I'm Barry Dutter. We'll see you in the funny pages.